rushed. What we have seen across the nation is women dying or close to death. That's all right. That's all right. We all have our opinions, and I'm a big girl. I will point to Texas, where a woman died because it was unclear in the law whether doctors can complete the miscarriage, and sepsis set in to her body, and she died. What we are trying to achieve here is protection. I will note to the delegate, Madam Chair, that if he compares this amendment to our current code, it protects everything in there, including, I think, Madam Chair, what most people are concerned about is third trimester abortions. We taught the amendment refers to the judgment of the physician about whether a fetus is not viable. It will allow a physician, if the fetus is not viable, to terminate a pregnancy so sepsis or any other thing won't happen, and so that a woman can survive. Madam Chair, I will also point that Roman numeral I on line 23, small I, is consistent with our code of Virginia that talks about whether or not an abortion is medically indicated to protect the physical and mental health. So, Madam Chair, viability is protected if a fetus is viable. But what's important, Madam Chair, is that we do not pass laws in this legislature, which we have seen over and over again, that would interfere with the medical practice. Madam Chair, they may think it's urgent, and it is. We have in Virginia OBGYN deserts. We have practitioners that are not practicing anymore because we as politicians have decided we're going to determine how to treat a patient, and we're not even in the room with them. We don't do that with cancer. We don't do that with many, many physical ailments or conditions. Pregnancy has threatened the life of some women. Some women are lucky and have healthy pregnancies and are able to bring their fetus to term and deliver without any complications. This was brought to protect those women who are not in that situation, Madam Chair. The purpose of this, again, is to protect women and doctors who are practicing. It is not us for politicians to decide at that moment what to do. We are not seeing the patient presented. Madam Chair, we do have things in the code that we have a trimester framework. This amendment protects that trimester framework. Madam Chair, I think the delegate mentioned that it turns Roe on its head, and of course, I certainly disagree. It recognizes the concepts of Roe, and Roe had a trimester framework. This amendment recognizes that trimester framework.
Thank you. Delegate Scott.